welcome to Basketball Talk Pro. I'm Ron Ekker. Today, I want you to be the coach. I want you to take this very seriously. It's a good exercise for you, very good exercise. Here's what I want you to do as the coach of a team that runs the Monk system. I want you to develop an original drill, your own drill, that relates to the Monk system. If it doesn't relate, I won't accept it. Or if you try to con me by using a drill you saw at a clinic, or you saw in a magazine or in a book, I don't know all the drills, obviously, but I think I know the difference between a veteran coach and a young coach forming a drill. I'll throw it out, and I'll remember, because I don't want people that cheat in this profession. Do your own work. Do it well. That's what you should be aiming for. Now, you can do this. A lot of you are going to think, I can't make up a drill. That's why I go to clinics and I go to books. You can make up your own drill if you follow the instructions and give yourself some time to be creative. Now, I'm going to allow more time for this. I'm not going to have the next video come on until Sunday. So you really got Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to work on this. Get yourself in a quiet room. Get a pad and start drawing. Whatever comes to your mind. Draw it down. Put it on paper. Then do another one. And pretty soon you'll see you have a little trend there. And but now the key is when you select what you like, it has to pass some tests. First of all, you got to tell me what the purpose is. Second, it's got to relate. Third, you got to describe it. Fourth, you got to be able to tell the coaching points. But you can do it. If you really are serious, and I don't know why you would even watch this show if you're not serious, because I'm deadly serious, and try every day to tell you the right thing, show you the right thing. And so, you should, if you just want to have some fun, go do something else. But we don't want to lose you. We want to pull you in to the pros, to the guys that really put their heart and soul into this. Now, I'm going to select the top four people that show some real creativity and sense in putting together a drill. Number one will get $50. Number two, $30. Number three, $15. And number four, $5. Sorry for the guy that gets number four, but he will have worked hard and he will have beaten out a lot of people. But that's the way life is. The money goes to the top people. And don't go begging because you came in fourth and you feel you should get just as much as the other guys. No. Do your work. Do it better than them, and you'll get the money. That's how it works in our business. But I don't want you to do this for the money. I'm giving you a reward. My feeling has always been I don't motivate by money. I never have. But I want to reward people who do a good job. And that's the purpose of it. You do it for the sense and the satisfaction that comes with putting together something original, all yours, that is good, and you know it's good. That's what you want. You're seeking when you do these exercises I give you. And I sure hope that more people take part in this. It's disgusting to me that the same people who really have the drive, do it, and other people don't even give it a shot. They don't even take the time to try it. Just fluff it off and think they can go out and coach without it, you're going to have a short career. I'll guarantee you that. If you want a longer career, do the work. Now I'm going to show you two forms. One form you saw the other day. We're going to walk through that again and show you where you have to write down things. And then the other form is a form that you can use, and I want you to use it to make your drill. You may write on all kinds of paper other than this, but when you finalize that drill and you're sure of it, then you put it down, and I'll walk you through that drill. If you follow that form, it will show you how to put things together. You can't fool it if you really are serious. It asks the right questions for you to follow. Now, when we do this, we always have a little problem with technology, and I understand that. Some of you aren't able to scan. I don't have a fax. In fact, I just got rid of it a month ago because it was here a year and then nobody ever faxed me, or I didn't fax anybody. So I just got rid of it because everybody's scanning now. And scanning, if you have the right type of equipment, is very good. In fact, the second form, you'll see it on yellow pad paper, and it's very good, very clear. There's another way you can do it, take a picture. But listen, most of the time when people send me pictures, I can't read them. The paper's too dark, there isn't enough light on it, and it's impossible to read. If I get that, I don't have any choice. I just throw it in the wastebasket. If I can't read it, I don't want to spend all my time doing things that you should be doing, taking the care to do it right. Find a way to do it. I've been in this position a whole lot where I just didn't know what I could do because I didn't have the resources that they were asking. So I had to go out and be creative and make things up, and they were always accepted. You can do the same. You'll have until Sunday. I'm giving you a couple extra days. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday. I won't take anything after that. So follow what I say. I have one warning for you. I have two former assistants that come on this show almost every time. They're not coaching now, but they still follow it very conscientiously. They know my stuff very well. They are very well trained, and normally I don't let them enter. I let them do it because they like to do it, because they're coaches. But I don't let them take a prize of whatever we're doing. They understand that, you know. That's no problem. They do it for what they get out of it. But this time, I'm going to let them get a prize. And I will tell you that they are trained 4 times what anybody else is that comes to this show. They know. They're very sharp guys. Well, maybe not Phil Jackson. He might know more than these two guys, but they know what they're doing. So you got some competition. And I will be fair, though, even though they're my former assistants. I want you to beat them, because that's what I'm here for. I'm not here for them. They've been with me for years, and they know everything about me. But I'm here for you. So I want you to do the work well enough so that these guys who are very sharp guys, if they decide that they want to enter, that you can still beat them. That's what would make me feel good, because then I know your quality. You'll be a pro. Let's take a look now at these two forms. One you've seen. The second one is what I do, and I want you to do what I do. So let's take a look at them. Well, this is the form that I showed you 2 days ago, actually, and I just wanted to go over it again because for what you're going to do, provide me with an original drill that relates to the monk system, whether it's defense or offense. The first four I want written out, and I'm going to show you in a little bit of a form that I use. I do it all on a yellow pad, and I don't really care in this to have a real formal form. It just gave me more flexibility if I drew things out myself. So you'll see these four points in there and a place where you would write it, and that's where I wrote it. And you'll also see an example of a play. Now, I didn't draw a original one. I drew one that I used for years and years, but I wanted you to see that every year prior to the season, when we were either in training camp or preseason practice, I drew that out. I made a new sheet every year just because it helped me to be on top of things. I spent considerable time on these, even though I knew the drill. But I have gone into practices where I thought I knew the drill and then did a very bad job of presenting it. Missed important points, didn't see things. You have to prepare yourself mentally to go in and have a good drill. And you have to remember you're going to have many of them in a practice. You're also going to have to do the same thing with your offense, your defense. It's not to do a professional job. It's not easy. It takes time, and you have to put in the time. You have to have the time, and you have to use the time. So this is what I would like to see you do. And I'm going to show you the form, and this is the form I would like you to use. So that, you can say, well, I'd rather use my own. Yeah, but that's easier for you. But it's not easier for the person receiving it. It's a nice little form, easy to do, and it covers everything, and it is consistent with everything that we do in this area. So I'm going to go directly now to a new sheet that has the form, and there's no reason you can't copy this down if you pause the discussion and just copy it down. And then you have it. And you can scan it onto your computer. If you don't have a scanner, you can take a picture of it. But listen to me. I get those pictures, and a lot of them I can't read. Now, if I can't read it, then I'm not going to mess around with it. I don't have time for that. Call you and get another one. Do it right. You can tell whether that picture is good. And if you have a dark piece of paper and you don't have a lot of light on it, I'm going to have trouble reading it. Guys are doing it all the time with me, and so it's very difficult. And you don't want me to have to work harder than you to get this done. So I'll go right now to that next form. Okay, this is the simple form that I've used for years and years, and I like it this way, and I'd like you to do it this way so that it stays consistent with what we're doing. This is a 2 versus 2 overplay drill. You guys have probably saw it. I think I showed it on Basketball Talk Pro. But this is what I would do. I would draw it like this. The first thing I would do. Now I don't have to draw, and if it's a new drill and you need some more explanation, go down here and draw the next step of it if you want to. I very seldom had to do that because my drills are so simple. And if you have to do more than 2 steps, you shouldn't run that drill. It's too complicated, and your players won't learn it well. So this is what I would do. And now I wouldn't had these headings on to start with, but I would put my first purpose. That was always what I looked at. What am I trying to do with this drill? Well, I can tell you what I'm trying to do with it. I didn't write it down. But we want to work on overplaying the wing, but we also want to work on the sag position when the ball goes into the wing and how he picks up the cutter to the post up. And in the description, I would have all of this. So the first thing is your purpose. Now I'm going to tell you, you have to work that out yourself. You better have a purpose, very clear, 1 sentence or 2 purpose. I keep it in 1 sentence. I can say this in almost about 8 words, but I have a clear purpose of what I'm doing. Now the next one is, does it relate to your system? In this case, the monk system. And how does it relate? Don't just say yes. Tell me how it relates. I will know. Trust me. If you give me a drill that is not relating to the system, trust me, I will know. But I want you to know, not me. I've done this for thousands and thousands of practices. Then a very clear description using your diagram up here. And where do you want the players? For example, here's how the lineup starts. You do it with a coach. You got to tell us that. And where are the rest of the players? That's 4 players. The rest of the players would be back here, and you would show a line at each place, and you would have them divided into dark colors and white colors, so that there was no confusion on whether it was a teammate or an opponent. And the other thing on this particular drill, we stay with these same 4 guys after this offensive bunch is done, and then we rotate, we change offense to defense and defense to offense, keep the same players out here, and we walk through it. Now, there's a lot more to this drill. And when I'm sitting there in a half darkened room at 4 o'clock in the morning, I am in my mind walking through everything that we need to do in this drill. So you describe it very briefly but clearly. And then here's the coaching points. What am I really trying? What should I look for? What should I be aware of? What do I want to make sure they understand? Well, for me, it's this right here. I want him to drive that guy out. I want him to be in good overplay position and drive that guy out. And here, I want them to sag the minute he gets the ball. But when the cut starts, I want him to meet halfway in that lane and start getting physical with these guys. Push him up here, push him down here. That's a coaching point. Now, that's all there is to it. But like I said before, I sit with this thing a long time. I mental practice what could happen. What if this guy does that? What if he goes baseline instead of middle, or whatever? And by the way, once this guy gets to the post up, and we don't let him go low or high, we want him in the block. Once he gets there, it's a 2-on-2 drill. They can do anything they want, and the defense has got to play those 2 guys. So this is a very simple form. Now, all of you can afford to go down to Staples and buy a couple of these yellow pads. You probably need 2. Now, when we get into the season, I don't go through all of these steps. But what I do probably is
See, I have these in a pad. I don't have them in single sheets. They're in a pad. I keep that pad in my desk. And when I know I'm going to teach it, I pull that pad out, go to this one and take a look at it and make sure I'm checking everything. But I will sit maybe 15 minutes with this drill by myself, working through everything, mental practicing. So when I go out on the floor, I have the words in my head. I know the words to use, and I know what I need to emphasize. And I also know what I might run into because I've already tried to work myself through that. Well, that's it. I hope you guys have some fun with this. I would have some fun if somebody asked me to do it. But you have to, this is what you have to do. So don't back away from it. Get it done. Get it to me. Let me see what, if you have done something wrong, I'll let you know, but I will not be critical of you. I just want you to see what's wrong so you can do it right. So let's go to work on this.
Well, there you have it. And if you didn't get it, in the showing time, go back. Just reverse. You can watch this as many times as you want to. So go back and write those things down. Don't think you can memorize it. You all think you can do that, but you can't. Write it down, then you have it. And so you're ready. Now, you got to pay the price on this. You got to study. You have to know the monk system. You have to know it well enough so that you know if it relates to the system. Now, if you've been very ardent about watching these shows, then you should know. But even more so, if you read the book, which you should do, you would certainly know what the system is, so you can relate your drill to it. That's a key, very important key. Now I have something I thought about with all you guys out there. I think I'm estimating we have about 300 coaches that come in at different times. They can't all make every one, but we have guys that make every one. Not only guys, by the way, we have lady coaches that make them, and that doesn't surprise me. They're very conscientious. But I'd like to just read something to you. I made this up. I want you all to have 20 years or more as a professional coach. And I want you to work with thousands of players in that 20 years, showing them how to play the game right and how to live their lives right.